thank you guys so much for hopping on. I like to keep things really short and sweet because I know that everyone else has things to do. And some of you guys are on Eastern time, and it's just way too late to be on a Zoom call at 9 o'clock at night because I'm an old person and but thank you guys for hopping on the Sprint 2 Success. I'm really excited for the next week. This is a very intense group, but it's also a fun group to really kind of connect and get to know each other. So really make sure that you tap into the team and that you do get to know the other people on there as well. Because I really feel like that really forms relationships, and it really kind of keeps people going past the group. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my screen share. Where is my, oh. You can see everything I was working on. Okay, welcome to the Sprint to Success group. And I know I haven't said a lot, so you all are going, what are we even doing? Like, what are we posting? What is this 20-person thing? And I've been like super quiet, so then you all are just like freaking yourselves out going, what are we doing? I don't know. But welcome to the 5 days to Sprint to Success. And I did this group last month, and one thing that I really noticed was no one made diamond per se, although I've kind of like changed a little bit in the group from last month. But what they did was they formed relationships and they all made Success Club. They also have been signing coaches currently. So don't feel like a failure if you don't make diamond within the week, but you're setting yourself up for those habits and the stuff that's going to make you make diamond. So I want to say that at the very beginning because I feel like we all are extremely hard on ourselves. Yes, I want you to push, but I also don't want you to feel like as if you're a complete failure to not make the diamond on Friday. So the first step, oh, here I go. The first step is to set your goals. And that's part of what I was talking about your daily affirmations. So setting your goal. What is your ultimate goal ended? Why is there a chat? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Y'all are making me all over the place. I start watching everything else. Okay. The first thing is to set your goals. What is it? What made you sign up? What is it that you want to go for? And a little bit ago, I posted in Fierce Renegade about my goal. My goal that I want to achieve for this year. Last year I set a goal, or last year I didn't set goals. I kind of hustled my way through the business, and then I ran out of goals. And I didn't know what to work for anymore. I didn't know what to push for anymore. I just kind of got, and so I had nothing that I was really kind of going for.
Not tonight, Grace.
Make sure I hear something. Make sure to mute your lines if you're not muted.
Lose the contracts, mystery fees, and overages. Switch to Straight Talk to get coverage on America's largest and most compatible 4G LTE network for half the cost. That's right, half.
Okay. Make sure that, anyways, your goals. And for a long time, I didn't know what I was kind of going for. My primary goal was to travel and to be able to come home full time, bring Ken home full time. And then after that, I had nothing. And so I kind of lost myself and lost my purpose. And in turn, I wasn't working the way that I should. So if you don't have a goal that you're pushing for, then you are not going to have anything. You're not going to push in this business. You're not going to have a purpose. And so whether it's to travel or whether it's to pay off debt, it's got to be something that you are going to wake up in the morning and say, I have to do this because I have to do this. I have to send out these invites because I have to pay off debt. I have to do this. Can y'all hear me? Okay. And if not, then I just might have to redo it. So I really want you to kind of tap into what you're pushing for. What are you going for? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? And what are you willing to do to get there? Or if coming home full time is your gig, is your jam, then are you willing to work at least an hour to 2 hours a day in order to make that happen in a year? If you want to go to the Dominican Republic for free, are you willing to make Success Club every single month? Are you willing to do all this? Y'all are gonna have to quit chatting. So making sure that you are writing out your goals, and I don't care if like you post it all over the place. If you make a dream board and post it on your phone, on your wallpaper, on your phone, whatever that is, but you have to have a goal that you're constantly pushing for and that you are working towards achieving. And it's got to be something that means a lot to you. If it's like, I want to buy Beats wireless headphones, and you're like, yeah, I could live without them, I could not, then you're not going to push for it. So number one is to set that goal. What are you pushing for? Why are you here? Why did you sign up for this group? The second step is to get it out of your mind that you can't do this, that you can't make diamond in a week, that you cannot achieve your goal, that you cannot make this happen because so-and-so is saying that you can't, that you will never, that you're different, that I'm different, that I made it because I don't know how, that you have different circumstances, you work too hard, you have more kids, you have a special needs child, you work too much, you have something that I don't have, and that makes you not reach your goal. Because all that's doing is stopping you mentally. This business is so simple. Like, it's incredibly simple. But what makes it hard is that we get into our own heads and say that we can't do it, that you're scared of sending that invite, that you're scared of sending out friend requests, that you're scared of posting your story. And when we start working ourselves up mentally, then we stop completely. And I'm very guilty of this, very, very guilty. I told one of my mentors a few months ago that I had quit inviting people to the business altogether. And that once I started back, it was really hard. Like, it really stunk to send out business invites. And so I had it in my head that I couldn't do it, and that I could not hit send to save my life. And it was all very mental. And once I really started digging into the unsexy habits, the unsexy things that makes this business work, and that I have something very, very valuable, and that I am worthy of my goal along with that, then your mental state changes. Amber Blackwell is on the phone or on the call, and I always kind of point to her too, because she was one that was saying, I'm working a lot, I'm traveling a lot to my job, I've got the baby at home, as soon as I get home, I've got to start cooking, I don't even have time to work out. And literally, like, something changed, and she started signing the hell out of some coaches. And she also has a physical transformation that's out of this world. So it is very, very mental. And you have to believe that. Like, I'm sure you're sitting there going, okay, that is the biggest bunch of crock I've ever heard. But it is so mental that I can't even tell you. And if you're not reading personal development, you have got to start reading personal development 100%. Go to the library, go on YouTube, I don't care what you do, but start getting into trainings. So like I said, this business is simple, so is this group. You only have 2 things to do every single day for Monday through Friday. And number 1 is looking at your goals. What are you going for? And you've got to keep that at the front of your head constantly. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm going for. I'm going to get that hot tub. Like that's one of my goals for this year is I want to pay cash for a hot tub. And it sounds so goofy, but I even sat on my computer today when I was supposed to be working or making a grocery list and looked at hot tubs. Like that's what I do. I get obsessive about stuff. That's my goal. I want a hot tub. Whatever your goal is, you better have it on your phone, on your screen, and be looking at that every single day. If you pray, if you go to church, then pray over it. There's nothing wrong with that. And plastering it all over the place. I'm not going to plaster I want a hot tub, but plaster that you want to quit your job. Plaster that you want to take your family on a free trip. You plaster that you want to take your family on a trip, period, that you've never been able to do, or that you want to cut off all your credit card debt, or if you want to be completely debt-free by 2 years. That's another goal of ours is to be completely debt-free. So whatever that is, plaster it everywhere. Look at it before you even get up and brush your teeth. I know that we all put our phones on our nightstands, and you look at your phone before you even get out of bed. And so once you wake up, once you take off your alarm, look at your goal. And that is your daily affirmation. Remember what you're doing and say that you can do it. The second one is listing 20 messages a day. And how I'm going to do this time, because this is a slightly bigger group, is I'm going to close the wall out to where you can't post, and you're not going to get a bazillion notifications. I'm going to post at probably 8 o'clock Central Time. Post your 20 people, and you can screenshot your message thread. You can you can take a picture, if you've got like a book or whatever. Whatever you keep your tracking in, your power of 3, whatever you use. But make sure that you will post your 20 people that you have sent business invites to. And don't worry, we're fixing to get into scripts and a little bit more of that. But I want you to really think about that on average, it takes a person 7 exposures before they commit to a program or to the coaching opportunity. You can be someone's first, you can be someone's 7th. You don't know, but it is your goal, it is your job to be inviting people constantly to this opportunity. What you hold is something very, very valuable, whether it be financial, physical, or mental. And if you've been in this business for a while, and if you've had any type of success in any of the 3, you have a story. You are still a coach for a reason, whether it be for the friendship, whether it be what it's done to your mental state, whether it be that it's even giving you $30 to fill up your tank. It does not matter what it is, but what you hold is something very, very special. And a lot of people should be a part of it. And it is your job to invite them to that. So every single day, all you're doing is looking at your goals. And then when I post, send out your 20 people, screenshot it, write it out, type it out, I don't care. Just make sure that you do post your 20 things, your 20 people a day. If not, by the next day, I'll take you out of the group. So that's one thing that we're kind of doing differently. Let me move this. So now we're going to get into the inviting system. And I can download these PowerPoints, or you can screenshot it or snap a picture or whatever. But this is kind of what the power of 3 is. And if you use the power of 3, this is nothing new to you. If you're kind of a newer coach, this is how you run your business every day within an hour. The 5-3-2 invite system. The 5 stands for 5 new conversations saying nothing about Beachbody. Like, I'm talking to one girl right now that she's pregnant with her 4th child. And instead of saying, wow, that is absolutely insane, you are pregnant with your 4th kid, we're just chatting. Like, I have not brought anything up about Beachbody, just chatting about her being pregnant and how crazy it is to have kids close in age. So kind of think about that. Like, what do you have that connection with someone? And talk about that. Like, if it's, you know, that you like going on cruises, then talk about your cruises with that person. I've got one couple that they go on Disney cruises, and so we'll kind of chat back and forth about where we've been and stuff like that. The 3 stands for challenge group invites. Challenge groups are very hard to me, but they are very important at the same time. So find somehow to love challenge groups, whether you do 5-day groups, whether you do water groups, whether you do 30-day invite or 30-day groups. If you're friends with me or if you follow me, then you've seen that I'm trying to do a 21-day group, basing it off of the 21-day fix. But we're also going to be reading the Champagne Diet, which Kara Leva is one of my mentors, and she really, I swear, saved my life. So, you know, kind of being creative and figuring out how you can arrange challenge groups and be successful at them and also love them at the same time. Because what's going to happen is your most successful coaches will come from challenge groups. So if you're always running challenge groups, then you're always going to have people that you can invite into the business. And that's fine if you haven't ran one yet. But start thinking about, you know, running them like every 15th of the month. And then that way you kind of know to start inviting on the 1st of the month. So kind of make it easy for you. Pick a workout that you love. Try with the 5-day group. I love, and I had a ton of success with Shakeology groups. And they would either buy the sampler, back then they didn't have them, but they would either buy the sampler packs or you would sell them packs of Shakeology if you have extra, and just run a 5-day group. The thing that they love about that is that they don't commit to a whole bag of Shakeology, and they lost my train of thought. And they fall in love with Shakeology, and so at the end of the week they're like, okay, I gotta have some more of this. What do I do? And so then, you know, it's a very easy invite at that point. So always be inviting to a challenge group. Always be running a challenge group, no matter what type of group it is. Even if it's for budgeting, I don't care what you do, just do something. And invite 3 people a day to it constantly. The 2 stands for checking in with 2 personally sponsored coaches, or if you don't have any yet, then use those 2 as inviting to the business. You should also be adding at least 3 to 5 people a day to your social networks, whether you use the like page, a personal page, or Instagram, Pinterest, whatever. 3 to 5 people a day. I will tell you that building a like page is extremely tedious and it takes a while. So I always tell people to still use their their personal page as much as possible. If you don't feel comfortable inviting people or friend requesting people from your group or from to your personal page, then make sure that you don't make it as personal. You know, I'm really particular about what I post about the girls. No one knows where we live. Even when we were looking at houses, people would somehow figure out based on what the description of the house and kind of knowing where I lived. So when we bought they would pull up the MLS number and know exactly what house we were looking at. So when we bought this house, we kept it very secret where we live, what house we bought. And I don't post locations until we leave. I'm particular about not letting anyone know what school the kids go to, all that kind of jazz. So be safe. Also, you're friend requesting people that you can connect with. You're not friend requesting Joe Schmo who, you know, looks like a pedophile. You're friend requesting someone that you can personally connect with. You have some type of interest with, whether they love cats, whether they love roller coasters, you know, whether they love The Walking Dead. I think I was the only one that watched Ash versus Evil Dead on the Stars Network, and I would find people off of their like page, which was very few. I love the show though. But so kind of think about shows or artists. If you love different singers, then making sure that you're finding those like pages and connecting with people. Also, mutual friends is very, very easy. I'm a part of a lot of buy, sell, or trade like pages or group pages in my area, and I'll connect with a lot of people from there. Like they'll ask about, you know, what Mother's Day out should we go to? And so that's a really kind of easy answer for me, because I know I have one daughter in Mother's Day out, and so I'm able to answer her question and then also connect with her. So think about people that you can constantly bring to your network, constantly. But with this group, we're going to be inviting 20 people a day to the business. So I want you to kind of use that 5-3-2 system, but also you're going to be inviting 20 people a day to the actual business. Here is an inviting formula if you want to take a picture of that. Very kind of self-explanatory, so I'll give you 1 second to take a picture or a screenshot, and then we'll keep going. Here is a response formula. It's kind of blurry. If you can't see it or for some reason can't read it, then I can get you another copy. But responding and objections, it's hard at the very, like I'm talking to one girl right now on Instagram that's like, you know, I bought all the workout programs, but I want to join your challenge group. And I was like, okay, well, let's get you started on Shakeology at least, because I'm not just going to send you a book for nothing. And so she was going, you know, I just kind of feel like Shakeology is overpriced. And so instead of just completely flatlining that conversation, then what I said was, I really love it. I've drunk it for 4 years. I completely understand that you think that it's expensive. I would suggest that you would get on it, especially while doing Body Beast, or at least a supplement line. And then since she's bought a ton of programs, I was like, okay, sister, why are you not a coach in the first place? Like, let's talk about this too. So making sure that you keep your conversation really light and airy. You know, when they start saying, I don't have a lot of money, I feel like this is too expensive, I completely understand. I understand. When I signed up, I thought that Shakeology was expensive too. When Tina sent me a sample of Shakeology and I pulled up the price, I was like, there's no way I would drink this stuff. And I gave the packets to my mom. I was like, I'm not even gonna drink it. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm not gonna pay for this. So, you know, think about that. When you first started, $130 is a lot. So you have to understand what they're saying and then say, but this is what it's done for me. This is what it's done for others. I can also help you get it at a discount or even paid for. So always kind of use that as well. Same thing with time, or I don't know how to sell. I don't know how to sell either. I actually hate feeling sold to. If I go into a jewelry store or if I go anywhere where I know that they make commission, it's really hard for me to stay because I hate that sold feeling. I absolutely hate it. So I understand how people feel when they say, I don't like to be a salesperson. I don't like to be a salesperson either. Basically what I'm doing is sharing with other people my life. And that's all I'm doing. Same thing with, you know, if you go to a restaurant or you go see a movie and you refer people to that movie and you tell people how good it is, this is the same thing. Your workout has done something for you. And so you're sharing with other people what it's done. I'm not a salesperson. I'm just telling you what I do. So kind of use this template and think about that. You're going to have objections. No one's going to say, yes, sign me up as a coach right now. They're going to go, I don't know about this. I don't have any money. I am busy. I don't like to sell. And so you're going to have to really kind of be on your toes and go, I understand how you feel, but blah, blah, blah. And so really kind of think about that as you're talking to people. Don't flatline the conversation, but then also don't get into debates. Like if they're saying, well, blah, 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 then just kind of cut it off and say, you know, this is what it's done for me. I don't have to compare, you know, a program to something else. I don't have to compare Shakeology with Visalis. I can tell you what Shakeology has done for me, and that's all I can tell you. So don't feel like that you have to like convince them. So what you're going to do tonight or tomorrow morning is you're going to create an invite post. If you've been doing Beachbody, you have a before and after. It might not be drastic. I don't have a drastic weight loss story. I never have. All I've done is tell people what the workout has done for me and how amazing I feel and look after having 3 kids. You have a story. You're going to have to tap into what that story is. And it doesn't matter if, I have one coach that she was actually my boss at the time. And so she drank Starbucks every single day. And so before she signed up as a coach, she's like, I think I'm going to completely quit drinking Starbucks and replace it with Shakeology. And I was going, you are going to have the biggest caffeine crash and you're going to be the biggest butthead at work. Like, I would prefer for you to slowly stagger off the Starbucks. And sure enough, she went completely cold turkey. I don't remember how much weight she lost. I think she lost like 5 pounds. And she did not have one crash. Like, she felt amazing. So it's not like, you know, a 56-pound weight loss. It was just that she felt better and that she got off of all the sugar and lost weight at the same time. So I want you to think about before you started Beachbody, how you feel now, and how you can offer hope to someone else in that same situation. Post a cute picture. Make sure that your text is the same, that it's not like overbearing text. And if you want, post it in the group before you post it, and we can kind of critique it if you want. But do that tonight or do it tomorrow morning. So what you're going to be doing for these 20 people, it's not going to be cold market. It's going to be your hot market. It's going to be people that want to help you, whether it be uncles, aunts, cousins, best friends that you can say, look, you got to do this for me. I got to reach a goal. Whether it be your mom, your dad, your grandparents, I don't care who they are, as long as they have a social security number and they're willing to help you. People naturally want to help you. But the cool thing is that, like with my mom was like, yeah, I don't even want to talk about Beachbody. I don't want to do anything about this Beachbody. But homegirl has like a whole pantry full of Shakeology now. And she's on her 3rd day of the Shakeology cleanse. So she started out by wanting to help me, but she's learned to love the product. She's learned that Shakeology has really helped her. And so in turn, she has stayed on it, partly because I make her stay on it. But she loves it, and she loves how Shakeology makes her feel. My dad is the same way. He drinks it every single morning now. So they might start out as a discount coach and just wanting to help you, but they also will start to love the product. Same thing for Ken's grandfather. He got off of all of his cholesterol medicine when he started Shakeology, I think about a year or so after he started. So it's really good stuff. So I want you to tap into your hot market. Anyone that you can say, look, I've been doing this Beachbody thing. I'm trying to reach a goal, and I just didn't know if you could help me out. People naturally want to help you. So I want you, as soon as we get off this Zoom call, to think about all those people, your hot market people. Who can you go to? Your friend, anyone. And say, look, I need some help. I don't care how long you stay on, because the cool thing is that you only need 12 people. If you create your emeralds, you need 12 people to become a diamond coach by the end of the week. You can replace discount coaches fairly fast, even if you do this kind of sprint once a month. So don't worry about, well, what if they want to cancel next month, because you're still going to be adding, you're still going to be inviting people. So don't stress about the future. Think about right now, and think about getting to diamond as fast as possible. So the 20 people are going to be strictly your hot market people, or even your warm market people, anyone that you can possibly think of. And those are the people that you're going to go after, because they're going to want to help you. Also, if you have customers, start digging into them. You know, have you thought about how long have you been drinking You've been drinking Shakeology for like 8 months. Have you thought about getting a discount? Have you, considered, sharing your success? If you're going to stay on it, you might as well get a discount. Even if last month. Look at your customers from last month. Tap into every single one of your customers. Send them a message. Hey, how are you doing? How is your program doing? How is Shakeology going? Listen, I know a way that you can get it as a preferred customer at a discount, and I would love to get you started. So those will be another group of people that you can get started, basically kind of like a hot market. Ending with this, you got this, guys. You can make this happen no matter what. No matter what steps in your way this week, you got this. You can make it happen. Don't already tell yourself that you can't do this, because you can. So write out your goal, post it on the page. As of Monday, I will close out the page, but write out your goal, make an amazing picture with it, post it on the wall, and then I want you to post it on your personal page at some point this weekend, you know, from here to the weekend. Tag some of the people in here, as many that you're friends with. And that way, we're going to hold you accountable. And it's going to show your following that you have a goal that you want to go after. So your goal, make sure that you do that. Start writing out your hot market people, anyone that you can. Pull out your customer list, even if you've just given them a Shakeology sample. I don't care, they're still your customer. And get all that ready, because as of Monday, you're going to go balls out and inviting 20 people a day to the business, because it is the most amazing thing ever. And so we got 4 minutes. I'm going to close it out. I hope that you guys got a lot out of this, that you now understand what you're going to be doing. If you need copies of the PowerPoint slides, then I can post those too. And hope you guys have a good rest of the night.